What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for the one, the only NyynewsTV. Guys, I got a little topic that I wanted to bring up. I was actually talking to my team about this the other day, and it just came in my mind on what really makes sense for the New York Yankees outfield. And I figured, to hell with it. Let me share this with everybody else, get everybody's thoughts on it. You know, the Yankees last year at the deadline traded for Joey Gallo. He was the guy that people expected they could get. Then they also got Anthony Rizzo, but, you know, that's a whole nother story. But with getting Gallo, it set the Yankees up in many different ways of having somewhat of a logged outfield. His best position is right field, we know that, but Joey Gallo, who won a Gold Glove again, is exceptional in the outfield. There's the rumor out there, because today's video, as you saw in the title, is Joey Gallo should play center field for the Yankees. Depending on where they are, based off where they are right now. So I'm going to go over a few different things. Joey Gallo, there's a rumor out there. I don't know exactly where it came from. I've heard it. I've heard other people told me about it. People that I trust have told me about it. That he's not comfortable necessarily playing center field. Now, if that is true, I don't give a poop. You're going to play what we tell you to play because you're signed to us for one more season. And who knows how it goes if we look to bring you back. But at the end of the day, you're going to play where we want you to play. That's how a team wins. If you don't have that mindset that you want to pick and choose where you play, then you shouldn't be on this ball club in the first place. But anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. Right now in the outfield, we know Aaron Hicks is in DR, sliding like a 92-year-old grandpa looking for a donut early in the morning. But he's not the answer for center field because, look, even if Hicks comes back and he's somewhat healthy, at some point he's going to go down with an injury. We know that. The Yankees got to stop banking on these guys that could be injury-prone. Aaron Hicks does not deserve, on top of that, to be the starting center fielder for the New York Yankees. Not when they have who they have right now. I mean, let's be real. If we look at everything, right? Is Aaron Hicks more deserving of a spot than even, say, a Luke Voit? That's a fair comparison. Luke Voit in 2020 had the most homers in baseball. Is Aaron Hicks more deserving of Luke Voit just to get a spot? Why is Luke Voit not just getting a spot? Well, the Yankees know there's better options out there that fit this team better. Well, it's the same thing right here. And the Yankees have one of those options on the club. And I even think in the minor leagues. But Giancarlo Stanton, let's start there, right? Big G. I love Big G. Everybody knows I love Big G. Got nothing against Big G. I think he was terrific last year. Wonderful. I think G needs to be in the outfield more often. Opening up left field does wonders for the Yankees. It does wonders for Giancarlo Stanton. It gives him the ability to play the outfield. He hits better when he plays the outfield. I don't think anybody's going to really deny that anymore. I think that's fairly obvious. And G is going to play left or right. The good thing is for the New York Yankees is, again, you don't have a regular DH. You can really rotate that and help these guys out. Aaron Judge could get time at DH. Gallo could get a day. Stanton, of course, could get some time. But when it comes to Aaron Hicks, why is Aaron Hicks the guy that is basically just getting a pass on, well, he's the center fielder? Why is he the center fielder? What has he done that should allow him to just get in a role and be the center fielder for the New York Yankees? I much more prefer the Yankees use Hicks in a role where he could take his time. He could maybe stay healthy for the majority of a season. The Yankees could really take their time with him a little bit and again, get him some starts in left, get him a start in center, get him a start in right field. Rotate those four outfielders around. But then again, there's also another option out there. An outfielder who a lot of people are very hype about. His name is Seiya Suzuki. And I tell you what, early on, if you guys remember, I told you, I don't know enough about him. I haven't heard nothing about him to tell you the Yankees are interested. I could tell you right now from everything I've heard, then again, you never really know with this club, the Yankees are interested in him. One of the things I've heard about him recently is that, you know, he's the best hitter to come out of those leagues since Hideki Matsui and Ichiro Suzuki. And one of the things I've also heard is that he doesn't have that prototypical Asian-born player swing where a lot of times they slap the ball. You can see them kind of pull away. He has a big, honking, launch angle, analytic nerds get happy, swing, uppercut, minimum uppercut, not huge uppercut where he's going to strike out a ton. And he has an amazing eye. And everybody I talk to believes that he could play center field. That's also coming from a scout who watches those guys over there pretty closely. So I don't have any issue with him coming here playing center, playing left field. But think about this for a second. And here's the conundrum you're in. Aaron Judge is right field. We're not even going to talk about Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge should also spend some time as a DH with Big G, splitting those guys up. G gets a start in left every now and then, a start in right. You can then flip-flop DHs on those days. But in reality, forget about talking about the Yankees going out there to sign big players right now, because that's not what this video is. But the Yankees do have the luxury to just be like, well, hey, just because you're getting paid $10 million, Hicksy boy, don't mean you're getting a starter. You're even playing. They need to use that. They have to use that financial flex in that way to say, look, just because we got locked down with a deal, we made a mistake because we signed Hicks long-term on a 7-year contract. That just doesn't mean that you get to go play golf, chill, hurt yourself, relax, eat, whatever you want to do, slow down, get worse, and come back and start. That shouldn't be the way the New York Yankees are ran. It should not be the way that's not how it works here. When you got the financial flexibility the Yankees have, you should not just be comfortable with saying, hey, we locked you in, our bad, you can start. It shouldn't work that way at all for the Yanks. That's not the way this thing should go. So, at the end of the day, the Yankees already got a guy who you're seeing on the screen right now in Joey Gallo, who I think could play a terrific center field. And I don't want to hear the baloney that I'm not comfortable there. You're going to be comfortable where we tell you to be comfortable. You're in a contract with us for another season. If you don't like it, next year you can go. You get to make that decision as a player. But to help this team right now, an outfield of a Suzuki, Gallo, or Gallo, Suzuki, Judge, or get Suzuki out of the picture, of Stanton, Gallo, and Judge opens the door for a lot of things the Yankees could do. You could also sign a Jonathan VR who can move guys around for DHs and give them breaks. That's the problem that the Yankees have had for years and years and years now, is that their DH is a guy who can't play nowhere else. Or they refuse to play him somewhere else. Or the versatility is loaded to first base only. Having an open DH slot, unless you have a David Ortiz, which the Yankees don't have, and they don't need that. Well, I'm not going to say that. Let me take that back. What I mean is on the roster, they don't have that, and they don't need that currently for what this roster is, because they got guys that can hit for pop. But you don't necessarily need to have a full-time DH on this club. That is not something this team desperately needs. This team needs somebody who they can really rotate. A Jonathan VR, again, could play all over the place, including the outfield. That's a really nice pickup. Say a Suzuki, again, could play all 3 outfield positions. You can still have those 4 guys. Think about that for a second. One day you got an outfield of Stanton at DH, and then an outfield of Gallo in left, Suzuki in center, and Judge in right. Or Gallo in center, Suzuki in left, and Judge in right. If Suzuki is this good, you cannot limit getting him because you got Aaron Hicks. That's the point of you being the Yankees. What has Aaron Hicks shown that, again, Aaron Hicks should be getting a spot? When is the last good year Aaron Hicks has really had? Hell, I'll look with you guys right now. All right, you can make an argument. In 2020, even though he batted .275, he had a .379 on-base percentage. That's not bad in a 414 slugging. That was in 2020. Again, only 169 at-bats. Let's go further back. When's the last time he had 400-plus at-bats? Okay, 2018. 248, 366, 467. If you can get that Aaron Hicks, and that is the guy you think he is, which is, what, 2018? If that's the guy that you know you're going to get, it's a different story. But you can't sit here and assume that Aaron Hicks, who, as we've seen him recently, is not the same guy. Whether you want to put that to injury or not, never got a leg injury, and his outfield defense really was horrendous. It wasn't the same. His range was terrible. Everything about it was terrible. I think he got slower. The arm, I know there was an injury there, so I'm not going to talk about that, but his defense and his range definitely got worse. So for me, as I look at this, at the end of the day, Joey Gallo needs to be able to play center field for this club. If the Yankees don't make moves, I didn't even talk about Estevan Florial, who I also think is a terrific option, but I didn't even go there. I didn't even go there in this video. But there's so many things that you can do and be smart about doing it when it comes to the Yankees, but they got to be smart about it. They got to continue to create a versatile roster. One of the things Brian Cashman talked about is getting more athletic. You got to be able to get more athletic. You got to be able to have guys that can move around a little bit and actually move around. Guy, not that they play one position. They can play some outfield positions. Again, Jonathan VR, I keep bringing that name up. I think he's a perfect fit for this ball club. But again, if you could have 4 guys in that outfield, and if it's Seiya Suzuki, Stanton, Judge, and Gallo, and you can move those guys around a little bit, that's terrific. But then also, if you could get Gallo to play enough center field, and you could say, hey, Aaron, we're going to get you in there in center. We're going to get you in there left and right and rotate those DHs around. That's also an option of something we can do, but Gallo could majorly be the primary center fielder. I think Big G needs to be in the outfield more. I don't care if it's 3 times. It needs to be more than that. He needs about 2 days off, maybe 3 of every 7. Maybe 3 of every 7 days. Not game, 7-day period. Maybe, and if there's an off day, that counts as 1. He shouldn't be DHing as much as he is. We've seen the production difference when he doesn't DH. He's definitely a different ball player when he doesn't DH. So, at the end of the day, that's my thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think about Joey Gallo playing center field. Should that be the route the Yankees take? I mean, I don't like Judge playing center. You know, I don't. They got a different body frame also. You know, Aaron Judge is a thicker, heavier guy than Joey Gallo is. Joey Gallo is tall and lean. He's also faster. He's you know, you can make an argument. Is he a better outfielder? Well, that's up to you. I think Judge is the best right fielder in the game. With or without Gallo and right, I think Judge is the best right fielder in the game. Gallo, I think, will be a better center fielder. I think Gallo's a better left fielder. So because he has a couple of more intangibles, I think body-wise, that Judge doesn't. Speed, things of that nature. Takes great routes also. We've seen him play center field a little bit too in Texas. So it's not something that is uncommon that he's never done. He could do it. I don't want to hear the baloney that he doesn't want to. I don't want to hear that crap. That's absolutely ridiculous. So, guys, tomorrow, Wednesday, make sure you check out Twin Bill at 7 p.m. Make sure you check out Hola, ¿Cómo estás? Felix's great show. I've heard some of it already. Unbelievably good. 5 a.m. on Thursday. And then Friday is Chef Talk. And then we run it back around again. Leave the comments below. Subscribe. Share. Put notifications on so you never miss a video from the best team in Yankee news, Team NyynewsTV. I will talk to you guys next time. Peace out.
Before it hits the front page, NyynewsPete. For the